Oh, hey, I'll be with you in a minute. So what brings you here? Sure. I'm sorry, what? Obviously, what I'm not doing is actively listening. And that brings us to our topic today, active listening. So what is active listening? That's where a listener concentrates on what is being said, understands, responds appropriately, and remembers what is being said. Some say that active listening is the most important competency a leader can have. Active listening can help bridge shortcomings in other areas. Say you're working on a project that's somewhat technical. Well, if you don't understand it, if you actively listen to the experts there are, you can understand it. Most people believe that they listen very well, but they don't. A George Washington University study showed that active listening can improve a leadership's job performance by up to 40%. Anything that improves our job performance that much, we need to pay attention to. So how much time do we spend communicating? Well, studies show that in an average day, 70 to 80% of our time is spent communicating. Now, communicating can be talking, listening, anything like that. Out of that time we spend communicating, 55% of that time we spend listening. So what is the difference between hearing and listening? Well, in hearing, no effort is given. We call this listening, but it's not. You really don't pay attention. So imagine you're on a conference call and you decide to check some emails. That is someone that's hearing the call, not listening to the call. There's a great line out of the movie White Man Can't Jump. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson are talking about listening to Jimi Hendrix. Woody Harrelson swears he listens to Jimi Hendrix, and Wesley Snipes says, well, do you hear him or do you listen to him? That's the difference between hearing and listening. We've gotten so used to the term multitasking that we don't take the time or the effort to listen properly. So why do you need to actively listen? Well, when you're communicating with your direct reports, your peers, or even your boss, it helps prevent misunderstanding. It clarifies a whole lot of things. It also detects and prevents some problems that could come up, and it creates trust and respect. How do we practice active listening? First thing you do, put down your phone. Please don't be looking at your phone while someone else is talking. Also in meetings, everybody knows that you're really answering emails in your laptop and not taking notes. Put down the laptop, listen to what people are saying. A lot of people have a problem with coming up with their next response instead of listening, truly listening to what someone says. So make sure you fully listen to what someone says and then come up with a response. You also want to look out for your nonverbals. So make sure that they're positive. Look them in the eye, smile appropriately, nod when you have to, but make sure that your nonverbals give off the impression that you are listening to them. You know, a few years ago, my sister was at a play in New York, and during intermission, she ran into Dr. Phil, Dr. Phil of TV. And she went up to ask him a question, and she said the 5 or 10 minutes that she spent talking to him, the entire time his eyes never left her. He was totally focused on what she was having to say. There were other people in the auditorium trying to get his attention, but never once did he look around to see if there was someone better. He stayed totally focused on her. She said that impressed her more than what he was having to say. So in summary, when you're talking to someone, focus on the person, not your phone, not your laptop, not your surroundings. Focus on the person. Next, when you're talking to someone, focus on what they're saying, not trying to think what your response is going to be, but really listen to what they're saying. So the question of the day, in the list of leadership skills, where do you rank active listening? Please post your comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, remember, don't just hear people, listen to them. Take care.